Hello there, I'm PyjamaPrime. Welcome back to another Wreckers Marathon review. So far, this is day 4, and I still don't have any feedback so far from videos as to what to do next. So I'm just going off on my own again and reviewing Tomahawk, or my Rotorstorm currently. Tomahawk is from the Hunt for the Decepticons line, which was a movie tie-in line. He's a helicopter, again. Different kind of helicopter than Whirl was. And this is much more of a military design, definitely. Tomahawk is mainly black with a little bit of gray and nice yellow cockpit there. And I put some red Reaper labels up on his wings. They were silver, but G1. So he's really solid. There's not a lot of robot kibble. I mean, you can kind of see that these are legs. You could just kind of view this as undercarriage for a helicopter, I suppose. There is the robot head right there. Nothing's perfect. There is a nice little molded seat in there. You probably can't see that at all. So, does this spin? I don't think it does. No, it doesn't. There's a little rotor in the back here. It does not spin, but this main rotor spins very well. Again, it's nice. It's a free spinning rotor. There's no mechanism or anything. It's not as good as Whirl's was, but it's still pretty good. Just notice there's a bit of mold flash on this. Maybe I should try to get that. I don't know. Anyway, backstory for Rotorstorm. Let's see. Rotorstorm, the only fiction that I know of, off the top of my head, because who does preparation? I mean, come on. Was the Wreckers comic. And he along with Pyro, Iron Fist, and Guzzle joined the Wreckers. And I just realized that this actually rotated. I don't think anyone ever mentioned this before. Was it like a camera, I guess? That is really cool. I don't think anyone's ever mentioned that before. Learn something new every day. Yeah, he was in the Wreckers comic where he proudly shouted out "Wreckers combine" when faced against, I believe it was against Overlord. And Rotorstorm died, pretty sure. Yeah, I think Rotorstorm died. In fact, I may have mixed up Rotorstorm and Guzzle on whoever got ripped in half. Not sure. Anyway, I personally haven't seen Rotorstorm anywhere else. If you have, post in a comment. I've never been one for research. So it comes with 2 guns right here. They do have missiles, but I believe one is gone in the abyss. So I just took the other one out because it would look uneven. Plus, not a lot of people like to. He's just in robot mode. It just gets in the way of posing. But it's a pretty cool helicopter mode. I like it. To transform him, what you're gonna do first is you're going to detach the legs from the bottom here. Unfold them. And just bring them. Should I just leave them dangling out here? You can separate them. Actually, let's transform them a little bit. Pull out the feet. Pull on this. Extend the legs. Take this black nub, which will turn into the heel, through the feet, and then bring those out. line it all up, and you have a foot. Second verse, same as the first. And you have 2 feet. There you go. Gerlock mode. I don't know Macross at all. Not gonna lie. Okay. So yeah, next what you're gonna do, split the tail fin and unhook the arms from these little pegs. Lift up the wings so you get some clearance. Actually, just first pinch these 2 halves of the rotor blades together to clear up some space. Then you're going to want to bring the wings up, rotate the arms around, and that just by pulling them forward on ball joints. There you go. Then you're going to want to take the legs and the waist and finish it up by snapping it down here. Then you're going to want to take these vents right here, rotate them forward until they click into place. There you go. And you're going to want to take these parts of which were the rear rotor blade, rotate and bring them in like so to form the hands, to reveal the hands rather. There you go, and close this up. Then I like to put the rotor blades up here. Then what you're going to do is pull, just give a nice big pull, and the cockpit just kind of comes off, or forces itself off. Push in the landing gear and bring this all the way down. I wonder. No, it doesn't. I still find that really cool that it does that. The cockpit's going to snap into place. Push the cockpit back in. And there's the head. And here is your my Rotorstorm, or your Tomahawk. He looks really cool. I like him in robot mode. So he's a great little toy. I enjoy him. Articulation. His head is on a ball joint. Doesn't have actually. Well, he has. It's also on a hinge at the base of the neck. So he's got a good chunk of a good range of movement. The ball joint can just go up a little bit, and then the hinge allows you to go down, and then it can rotate 360. Arms can rotate 360 if they weren't being hindered by the wings. They have good outward movement. Elbows are on like a peg, like a swivel, but there's a swivel at the bicep, or at the elbow, I guess. No, bicep. Then there's a hinge at the elbow. No rotation at the wrists. No waist. The legs are on ball joints, are they? Yeah, ball joints. So they go out, they go forward, they go back. There's a swivel at the upper thigh, at 90 degrees at the knee. Do you have a bit of weird like ankle movement? I guess that's to facilitate the movie look if you really want, but I like to keep it straight. And you do have some movement at the toe and at the heel, but it ends there, so you can only go forward. He's really, I find he's really cool. You can also take his weapons and you can put them. They have little nubs for connecting, and you can attach them here. And you can put them in his hands. So he has weapons, which is pretty cool. So you can do that. That actually looks pretty cool. I might keep them as guns in there. Or you can use the C-clips, like so, on any of the rails there and give them like arm-mounted blasters. But now that I've done it, I quite like him having them as guns. And I noticed this, but I failed to mention this in the review. He does have little guns here on his wingtips. They look like little Gatling guns, as well as missiles under his wings, and I believe that's all the weaponry he has. Yes, I believe that's it. But it's still a lot of weaponry. So I would definitely recommend Tomahawk, either as a standalone figure or as a stand-in Rotorstorm for your Wrecker collection until something better comes along. Because I know he's not blue and pink and gray. He's a bit of gray, but I like him as a very G1 colored Rotorstorm. The Rotorstorm, I believe, the original was from the G2 line, or at least Euro G1, which is like 1.5. So I quite enjoy him as a kind of G1-y colored one, more realistically colored Rotorstorm. But that's me. So I'm PyjamaPrime. This is my stand-in Rotorstorm. Hunt for the Decepticons Tomahawk, that's his name. And I will talk at you later.